Yo, what is good, guys? It's Cone back here again. I just watched the second greatest point guard of all time score 62 points. Um, Steph just went supernova Steph, which he hasn't really done that much since the pre KD era, really. Yeah, that was ridiculous. So, if you didn't know, Steph Curry just scored a career high 62 points, eight threes, um, I think he had like 17, 18, 19-ish free throws. I'm pulling up the box score right now, but he was just like he could not be stopped. He had 45 through three quarters, scored 17 in the fourth, 18 of 19 from the free throw. He actually, in this game where he got his career high, he lost his free throw streak. He had hit like 80 free throws in a row or something like that, and he ended up losing the streak this game, but it didn't matter. Um, Warriors won 137 to 122. The Trailblazers looked like they couldn't stop Steph, and the only time they actually like played decent defense was at the end when he was trying to get more onto his career high after he hit 54, which was his previous career high. 36 minutes, 5 boards, 4 assists. Man was on a mission, and especially after seeing the timeline really go at him. I've tweeted about it a few times at 3_cone on Twitter, but it's killed me to see all the Steph slander because I know how good he is, and I know he's coming off a season where he didn't play, so he really hasn't played in many months, like even more than just the time like where the Warriors didn't go to the bubble. Like he didn't play at all before that, so he's been gone a while. He's trying to work his way out with a new team, and finally, Steph had that game that I knew he was capable of, and that I expect him to play more like that this season. The Warriors now, I believe they're 3-3 now. So far, as bad as everyone's been saying that they are, the Warriors are 500, and that's better than like a team like the Nets, who people have been praising a lot. So shout out to Steph. Draymond was huge for them tonight. He's a huge addition coming back to that team. You could just tell Steph was way more comfortable out there with Draymond playing. He had a traditional Draymond stat line. I think he had like 2, 6, and 5 or something like that. Exact stats were he had 1, 3, 8, 1, and 1, which is one of the most Draymond Green stat lines I've ever seen. But he was a great defensive presence out there. He just really was really impactful, like usual Draymond stuff, where the stat sheet doesn't really show it, but he's super impactful. Team high plus 22 actually, plus 2 more than the guy who scored 62 points. So if that doesn't show how impactful he was, I don't know what will. The Kelly Oubre even hit a three, like that happened. You can tell that he's been struggling when my timeline went insane because he hit a three like he was Ben Simmons or something. But I don't this seemed like kind of like a statement game for not just Steph but the Warriors in general, who I I'm not sure if they're going to make the playoffs or not. The West is really tough, but I mean, so like the Nuggets have started badly. There are a couple other teams that have started off kind of poorly. So if they can take this game and propel that momentum, like that's going to be huge for them. This is if you want a game that's going to propel your team to find success. This is that statement game. A career high from your best player who's been kind of struggling so far. The one who is the leader of your team, the best player by far, two-time MVP. This game, he's like, I'm going to take over. There's going to be no one who can stop me, and he did it. He willed them to a win in a game where the second highest scorer was 21 from Wiggins, who had a pretty good game. Oubre shut out with 17. Wiseman had a double-double. Like this looked like how the Warriors need to play if they want to be successful. Steph needs to take over every night. He doesn't have to score 62, but he's got to have like a consistent like near 30. You've got to have Wiggins and Kelly Oubre step up. Some of those bench guys need to step up a little bit more. But I mean, the Warriors scored 137 tonight, which is ridiculous. The the Blazers really just could not stop anything. The Blazers defense is like terrible so far. Ennis Cantor spent the whole game getting roasted and cooked every time he stepped on the floor, and yet Terry Stotts kept playing him, which I didn't understand. Terry Stotts has just kind of looked lost to start the season. I know a lot of Blazers fans are not a fan of him, and I honestly would not be surprised if the Blazers start struggling, that Terry Stotts ends up getting fired at some point this season, because this is the season where they're kind of going in. They are trying to ride that bubble momentum. They just haven't so far yet. And Steph just, like I said, absolutely cooked them. So I'm really happy to see Steph go supernova again. It's something I've been waiting for this season. I've been watching all Warriors games Knew it was going to happen at some point. I would not be surprised if Steph drops another 50 or even 60-point game this season. And I'm hopeful that this is the catalyst to have him play like the Steph Curry that I know he can play like, and not like the timeline thinks he's some kind of bench warmer or something, which is kind of ridiculous. But I think this is going to be it for him. I think Steph is going to take this and he's going to be that top 5, 6-ish player that I know he can be. So with that, thank you guys for watching. Shout out Steph Curry. I'm going to have to get the Curry 8s now, apparently, because if that's what he's doing in them, then I need to get a pair of those. So I will see you guys later, and Ruin, say it back.